Hey everybody, what's going on? How you doing? My name is Brian. I'm the Bro Builder. Welcome to the KotoKai Robo-Dojo Workbench Edition number 79? 79. Yeah, we skipped a week last week. I was busy doing family stuff, but we're back again. How y'all doing? Plenty of people in the chat already. With me as always.
What's going on, guys? Good evening. I see people already here. Greg, Ronan, Guy. What's up, everybody?
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah.
People working. There's lots of things to be working on.
We are steaming along.
Yeah. I am overwhelmed with life. Life is overflowing. So I got this little birthday present from Julio the other day. He stopped by, gave me, amongst other things, I got one of these little guys, and this is one of the kind that like pop open and you can put a dude in there, right? Which is kind of cool.
Oh, I didn't even know they made something like that.
Yep, they make them in all flavors, right? I remember originally seeing the Zaku and Grandpa and all that stuff in them. Pretty cool stuff, but they don't come with little guys. And literally, I was like, wait a minute, was there a little guy? And I went through all the parts and looked through everything, and then I got out Google Translate and I translated the instructions, and it was like, put pilot in here, sold separately. And I was like, you're gonna sell the little pilot?
How much is the pilot? Like 10 cents? I mean,
right. Worth of plastic, yeah, but I'm sure it's like a $2 purchase or something. Anyway, cool little thing though. I have the Converge for the Gyaradoga as well, and then I also have a couple of big Gyaradogas. But yeah, it was kind of interesting to finally have one of these and to
yeah. I have a couple of Converge, and I've seen all different types of them. And what is the other smaller one? What's the other smaller model line? I can't remember. Anyway, but I've never seen one that has a guy in it.
Oh, with the pilots? Yeah, that was a new thing that they started doing a couple years ago, last year. Let's see, they might be right here in one of these books. Because, as everybody knows, I probably have a book for that.
A magazine, book.
Yeah, book. This is just a Hobby Japan.
Excuse my sanding noises, guys.
That's fine.
I glued a seam on something, and then I have to sand it.
I recognize the part in the book where it's showing off all the mix of toys and weird titty models.
Weird titty models?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, the girl robot one. I saw. Did you see? I saw it on Samuel's Facebook page. What are those called? Like the frame arm girls, or like the different, the different iterations of or things like frame arm girls, like Mega Me devices, whatever the hell they're called. They make them now with squishy boob pieces.
Oh. Oh, that's just creepy. Weird and gross. I mean, hey, if that's your thing, go nuts, y'all. It ain't right for me, but if it's right for you, go.
I mean, if you like building the models, I could really care less. If you like those designs, some of them are cool. I'm in it, but I don't know if I need squishy boobs for them.
Are you talking about ensembles? That might be one. Mobile suit ensembles?
Yeah, they're smaller. Yeah.
I just saw them in here. It's the only reason I know. I am not a learned man when it comes to that topic. You know what they might actually be in the #1 issue where they show that really awesome Gym Sniper 2. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, they're a cool little thing you can get out there. Nobody needs to see me digging through a magazine for an hour trying to find a single ad. All right, so after last stream, forever ago, I was looking at the Dom, and I noticed that there's a lot of collision between the feet and the lower skirt of the legs, not my skirts, but the lower legs, like the armor, because of these, honkin' nuclear hover jets,
generator intake deals.
yeah, hoverboards, with the flowers on the front. It really does look like a flower on the front of that. Like, it has like serious flower feels. So I started taking steps to mitigate that. And the first thing that I did was I cut a couple pieces of, I think it's 1 millimeter plate, and I drilled out the proper holes. I basically I think this is the one I laid it out on. Yeah, just laid them out like normal, and then drilled them out with a pin vise to fit, and they fit pretty snugly. So what I'll do is I'll take these and I'll trim them to be the same size as the foot portion, and I'll glue those into the feet. It'll give it a little 1 millimeter riser, which will allow a little bit more room between the feet and the lower part of the leg. And it'll also give me a nice firm like grab with the bottom of the leg when I put that in there. Because right now, I'm a little bit sketched out. I was talking to Paul about this. It's kind of thin in there. I'm worried.
I think we've both had some crackage in there, right?
Yeah. And I'm a ham-fister, so I will fuck it up if I can. If there's an option to do it.
I think mine cracked like, oh my God, without even much pressure. It's very thin.
Yeah, it's incredibly thin. I think I may actually even double this up. So I'll use some other styrene sheeting that I have, and I'll replicate these again.
Get 2 mils.
Trim it all down. Yeah, glue those together, and then glue those in, and then that was a big idea. The mask just fell off. And then that will give me a nice firm, connection, so I don't have to worry about that. Plus, it'll give me much more range when it comes to the very limited range of posability.
Yeah, it's not going to be a dynamic poser.
No, it's not. It's meant to just kind of hover around. Pew, pew, stern fast. It's kind of, I think, like the Jetsons noise. They're zooming around. Took all the coolness out of the Dom right there, didn't I? It's like, oh, it's Rosie the robot. I see. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing much work, and my bench is much messy.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I just cleaned it off while we were off for that week, and now it's full of sanding dust yet again.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Giving that Dom platform shoes, sort of. I'm giving it platform ankles.
No more cankles for this Dom.
Oh no, smooth and sexy.
I am. This is the like the frame for the upper chest area, and it was just 2 pieces sandwiched together. But along this face, this is like where the shoulder comes in. You could see the seam in it. So just glued
you could see the what?
The seam.
The semen?
Yes, you could see the semen in it. This poor Dom. These poor Doms.
Well, I mean, if I'm not going to go there. I was about to talk about some weird stuff. Doms. Subs.
These are sub-Doms.
Sub-Doms. Dual roll. Chris Pab's safety word is pineapples.
Oklahoma.
Hey, Mr. Julio and Mr. Julius up in the spot. How y'all doing? Welcome. I am dusting off my bench so that I can make more dust. Because this is how we do it.
I gotta get like, what the hell? Oh, that's the piece I cut.
I will say though, I have been filming my first video that in a long time be an actual video. Oh, get up your silver. An actual video.
Wow.
With thought and an idea and a goal. instead of just being like, what happens if I pan the camera over my model this direction and play this stock music? Which is fine and good and all, but all right. Back in business. Meat's back on the menu.
Boys.
All right. I think I'm going to use
Lord of the Rings there.
Should I save this? Black styrene?
Black styrene, huh?
Yeah. I got it in 2 different sizes. I got it in that thicky thick, and then I got it in half that thicky thickness. Actually, I have it in 3 sizes, and then I have it on half that thicky thick. It's really thin stuff. You know, I'm going to save that black slice for something better. And I'll just use, I got plenty on hand. I don't need to get crazy. So, like
Yes,
I said,
save everything.
like I said, got my originals that I made here from my layouts. I'm just going to copy these, really straightforward. I am also going to, however, I'm going to mark the top of the pieces because that matters quite a bit. And then I'm also going to mark the front of the piece because that also matters. I want your orientation to be right. And that's very simply just done, turn it around, with a T and an arrow. This is the right way. Do you know the way? Here we go. This is right.
Okay. Stop sanding this.
Perfect. Perfecto. You're sanding the core, right? The core structure, the frame?
Yeah, the frame.
Roger. Ooh, I can get them both out of this piece. Sweet. Ah, you son of a motherless goat.
But everything. It's the same thing, right?
Nope. Because I don't gotta be too fancy. I can just score it 3 times and break it. Leaves you with a really ugly edge, but ain't nobody ever gonna see it. That's gonna be our little secret. And if you tell anyone, alright. What's going on? Oh shit, Jeff over on Twitch. What'd it do?
Jeff.
I was just looking at that KotoKai resin, Jeff. And you know what? Those instructions are a whole lot better than I remember them being. I used to think that they were like poo-poo doo-doo. They're not actually that bad. So that shouldn't be too bad to work on someday down the road. It is going to be big, though.
Yeah, 1/100.
Oh, yes. It is a no shit situation. All right. I'm using my handy dandy super fantabulous USA Gundam store pin license. Ooh la la. USA Gundam store, where you can find all the fine models around. And while you're there, you can use the code BROBUILDER10 at checkout to save 10% on your way out the door. Totally impromptu. Didn't expect it to go like that, but it works out in the end. These are great, though, I gotta say. Honestly, I really like these quite a bit. And the fact that they're like, it's a solid thing. Their metric, which is, compatible with most models and stuff like that. Even though I'm used to standard sizes being a goofy American. But the fact that they are firmly mounted within the vise itself is so freaking handy, because what you will get with a standard 3-jaw or 4-jaw Jacob's Chuck style pin vise is that jaw is going to wear out. And the smaller your bit is, you're going to have to just crank that thing so freaking tight to get it so that it doesn't lock. Your bit will spin within the in the jaws of that. And these don't have that problem at all because they are fused. So that's a plus. But yeah, so you can't switch them. Okay. But they're not going to slip on you. That's,
I say realistically, like, how many sizes do you think you use? Like,
you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I would say I probably like use 4 or 5 sizes the most, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like 90% of the time it's 4 or 5 sizes, and then here and there it's some weird size for something strange.
Yeah, I mean, I use stuff all the way up to like 1/4 of an inch for certain things because I do a lot of scratch building and weird stuff like that. That I need a wider range of bits, so I have a wider range of bits. But yeah, or I use things all the way down to like super thin wire gauge ones too. So just kind of like what your need is.
I'd say like if you're drilling out some details on a Bandai kit, though, you're probably using like 4 sizes. You're probably not using anything too crazy.
Yep. But yeah, on Gao, I too use I use all 5 and break out the vise because gotta do it. Sometimes I use the big vise, the one that's for my drill, the Jacob's Chuck, for that. If I have like a larger bit that I really have to hog something out, and that's weird, spinning that like top dreidel style. Wild. All right, I'm gonna try and do this and not poop the bed. All right. Notice also label these with a number. Should probably have labeled them with a foot. All right. All right, fine. And left. Okay. And do one more foot. Okie dokie. Piece of cake. Make your own. And just drill these out real easy peasy. I could glue it together. Should I glue it together first? Maybe I should do that. Then you're pretty much guaranteed that the piece will be the piece. So, all right, that's what I'll do. I crowdsourced myself on that one.
Resin holes aren't uniform diameters. Yeah.
Yeah, resin holes definitely are not.
Well, resin everything's not uniform.
Oh, well, good night, Jeff. Jeff's having a hard internet night. Thank you for swinging through, mate, with all those wild emojis. We'll talk to you in the Discord. And yeah, resin holes are all over the damn place. Shit, sometimes model kits holes are all over the damn place.
Yeah.
I love my Supernova, my model heart kits, but sometimes those ones don't match up quite so right. Okay. I'm using the Mr. Superpower cement.
Super duper.
Yep. Mr. Cement SP for Superpower. This stuff is just like a harder form of it's more acetone than anything. It doesn't have like the wetting agent or any of the flowing agents like the regular like Tamiya not high flow, but the thin or the orange. Yeah, the extra thin or the orange. But one thing that it will do that I've noticed is that when you're using it on like a thinner product, like say half millimeter, half round styrene, I used it recently. It will break the styrene.
Too much.
It makes it brittle. Not even that, it just makes it brittle. It goes on, it goes off, and it's brittle, and then it breaks. So be careful when you're using that kind of stuff. That's why I like the Tamiya for some of those things. Got to take it a little slower sometimes. Pays off in the end. All right. But the SP, when you're using like this stuff, because this stuff is thicker by far, it works really, really well because of that same reason that it goes on, it kicks off, and then dries, and then that's it. I can work on this. I don't have to worry about it setting. Whatever. All right.
Is anyone making a resin kit in 1/100? You're talking about a Kshatriya resin kit? There's a couple of companies, that still make it.
You can still get the reprint of the MRSA.
Yeah.
That one's fairly available.
If you go on eBay and just type in like 1/100 Kshatriya, you'll see. I think there's 2 or 3 different ones.
Yeah, they'll pop up.
The UC recast one. And then, depending on what it is you're looking for, I think the companies make a metal build version of it. Like if you just want the figure, like you're not.
Oh, we got Jack up in the spot. What's up, Jack and Mr. Zach? Zach Blake, how you doing? Galactic Toys represent. I have some excitement building for that upcoming Ujaolan high new resin upgrade. It takes your master grade and it makes it like a kit that I would make.
Does anyone here know if I can use Army Painter Black Primer and Mr. Hobby White Primer together before
I do not.
Most army paints are like what are they like? That kind of stuff is typically acrylic, like water-based acrylic. Like armor modelers don't use a lot of lacquer stuff. That's generically, I'm saying that, but yeah, Army Painter is acrylic. There you go, from Zach. So I would say no, but without looking at the bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no clue.
I've never used Army Painter, but
yeah,
like I said, I think everything I've encountered for armored models is acrylic. I would say no, Jack. You typically cannot mix acrylic and lacquer together. Now, if you were like you're trying to mix the two of them to make gray primer, is that like my understanding you right, or
that's
are
my
you saying
guess, yeah.
can you use both of them on the same kit at some point or another?
Yeah. You can layer paint all you
Yeah.
want as long as it's dry.
Especially if you're putting down the Mr. Hobby stuff first, like it's lacquer. Once you let that dry, you can paint pretty much anything over the top of it. But in general, I would say no. I would say don't do it. If you want gray primer and that's why you're trying to mix the two together, then I'm priming some parts in black, some in white, and then painting the whole kit. So that you're just using those to prime separately, then
no issue.
You should be fine.
Other than like
depending on what you're putting on over the top of it.
You'll have differences with your surface condition because you're two different paints, so the finish won't be the same. So if that matters to you, like you can't paint a gloss black and a flat black and then have the color that goes on top of them and expect it to have the same sheen because it will be shiny and matte. Respect.
That's nothing Paul says. It's a good choice.
Z. Can't take you anywhere, man. Who let you in here? Oh wait, I made you a mod.
It will be prime black, then certain parts would be white before I paint it.
Cool. Alright, I don't think that'll fit. Yup. So I need a bigger one. I'll do. Nice. Yeah, excellent, Jack. I'm glad to hear that. It's the idea is to stick together as a group of weirdos and save each other money and headaches.
All right. This edge right here, like where the two waist pieces came together, had like a slight bevel in it.
Mm-hmm.
I had so much super glue like gunked in there. Oops.
For shame. For shame.
Indeed.
All right, left foot. All right, left
I
foot.
drink coffee or vodka right now. I would put vodka in your coffee.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Do it.
Paul is a vodka drinker as well, so
I am.
I don't know if that means you can trust him. But...
That probably means the opposite, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Both is.
Only time I will ever draw a file backwards is when filing plastic.
Yeah. Sometimes, man, when you're in those like tight spots, that's the only thing you can do. You can do the little tiny file, and you're like.
Or you get your file in there, and you can only go like you can't go forward and backwards, so you like kind of go sideways.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Everything about this feels wrong. Go left foot. Drum roll. Bing. All right.
Bailey's Irish cream on top. I never advocate for flavored vodka, but it might be the one time, man. Like you get yourself some of that like whipped cream vodka and put it in your coffee.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. I don't know. Could be good.
I always hate when I see a blacksmith pull out a file. Just
go to town.
who taught you to turn in your hammer? Turn in your hammers. Done. Go back to grade school. Learn how to use your tools.
You need to go back to blacksmith school.
Yeah, fool. All right, great. So those are perfect. Hooray.
Okay. I'm going to stop fucking with this thing.
All right. Put that guy back together.
Unhappy with my decision not to put
Well, you better clap your hands.
a line in there.
You're happy and you know it.
No, I'm unhappy.
Oh,
I had
clap
one of
them
these.
well.
I had one of these little like edge chisels.
Mm.
You know, the thing that like scrapes. You can put like a little
Mm-hmm.
bevel or whatever. And I was gonna put one on.
Edge on it.
Yeah, I was gonna put one on here, and I was like, "Nah, don't do it, Paul." This is why you don't trust anything I say.
Oh, Chad Rye chiming in. Vodka's goat. Greatest of all time. Bold. I am drinking a little bit of gin right now.
Okay.
Quite refreshing.
Stop fucking with it.
Stop it, Paul.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Glue these little pieces on here. That looks pretty good.
All right. Let me. Okie dokie.
I want to know what the hell they used to do that. What the hell?
What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Is this going to be too wide? What do you think? What do we think?
That's aggressive as hell.
Way too wide. Okay. Could get some chisel holders. MadWorks deal.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been a tactical error. Having to constantly switch them back and forth. That's going to work out just fine.
No, the only person that you can blame is yourself.
Yep. I like them. They're very nice, but
I'm just gonna go to town with these side cutters. These are the heavy duty ones. Got these 4 years ago, and they have not failed me once. Mind you can't cut anything delicate with them because it's like big. Normal tiny. But yeah, so I'm just gonna use this to hog the ends off. So that I can, there we go, you can see. I am just literally just raw cutting the edges back, nice and easy. I will go in and actually fancify them here in a little bit so that they can fit. Actually, I can kind of just poo face this. Rough it in.
I'm just cleaning up like where the what the hell? How did I get glue on there? Like glue fingerprints on my piece.
Oh, for shame.
On the what is this? The side skirt? Yeah, side skirt. there's blown out. That's what there is. Around this detail, there's like a chiseled piece, but it was really rough. So I'm just.
Oh yeah, no, I've got There's the line around the panel is.
Yeah, it's like bumpy.
Leaves a bit to be desired.
Very bumpy. Not a smooth road.
No sir.
No problem.
All right.
You can fix that. Fixable. Very fixable.
I'm over here like little bits of plastic flying all over. And I'm just like Tim the Toolman Taylor in the center of it all. Exactly. Oops. Okay, I can take a file to this.
Edward says if you have a... Oh, I lost myself. Never mind. Oh, if you have a double cut file, will cut both ways.
What's up, AO? How you doing, mate? What is my... I don't know why. I should try to do some weird shit over here. There we go. I am an old man. Well, not really old, but I'm 40-ish. 40 and change. I remember the finer points of TGIF. Trying to think. I think we were talking about this on Tuesday also.
What's that?
Oh, TGIF. How Perfect Strangers led into Family Matters and...
Ah.
all the, the weird spin-offs and the way that all those shows rolled around. All right. So, now that I've done the fandango, we got... Ooh, easy, Tiger. Nothing is glued down, so everything still wants to jump ship and run for the hills. There we go. I got one. Super sexy fine, roundy downdy. And this one I just clipped that corner on. So I'll do that to the other one. And then in theory, I can glue that styrene puck into the foot and we'll make it for a nice firm. So then I don't actually have to glue the feet, Paul. And I can paint without having the feet glued to the armor. Or glued to the frame.
Oh, the ankle frame. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Therein lies the method behind the madness. Ooh. From the mountains of madness.
I think if anything, I was just going to glue that like post paint.
Gluing post paint?
Glue post paint. In there.
Amateur.
In there.
Amateur.
Good with it. That's right. I am
you
lazy.
glue it all ahead of time and you painstakingly remask everything. do as I don't do as I say or do, for that matter. Do what you want. I'm not gonna tell anybody to do that. Go with what's most comfortable for you. There's my answer. There's my answer for you to thee. Still younger than me, Brian says, Bill. Yes, I know. It's not a race. Trust me. I'm not trying to get to the finish line. I don't think any of us are. It's cool, mate.
Paul, why are you gluing, posting pics, and then painting?
Rick photos. Oh, yikes.
I like to glue it, paint it, and then clip the nubs. It's just, the way I like to do things.
That's true. Well, what I like to do first is I like to paint it and then glue it. And then I clip the nubs and then I sand it. The key is the final sand.
Yeah.
This is all bad advice. Don't take any of it.
Don't get Who's asking about paint? Don't listen to anything.
Yeah, I'm joking now. This is joking. The views and opinions expressed by KotoKai Robo-Dojo tonight.
Not necessarily the views of anyone.
The disclaimer. I love you, bastard file. Yes, I do.
Paint that on a box.
I just paint the box, yeah.
Yep.
And then I throw it in a bonfire. I just do one even layer of each color on the box.
Gotta be even,
Straight in the bin.
Gunpla is freedom.
Gunpla is freedom. Figured. Put the box in a summoning circle and chant. Oh, man. Nice. I just carry the box around me while I play Magic the Gathering. I love how as I'm filing this, very random armor parts are just like... Ping, ping, ping. What? So that little metallic... I don't know, thruster bell or whatever they are, thruster nozzle mod that I did on the shoulders here. I'm gonna end up needing to do that. Let's see if we get the fucking camera to focus on. I'm gonna need to do that on many different aspects of the suit. For example, there are two on the back of this guy right here. You guys can see one right there. A 1 and a 2, and a 1 and a 2.
Yep. It's also, you've seen those little tiny squares up at the top. Is that same piece?
Where? Wait, what?
It's like a chiseled detail towards the top of that same piece you were just holding.
Towards the top of this?
Let me see if I might be thinking of the wrong piece. Hold on. Where did you go?
Where did you go? Oh, oh.
Okay, very good. Every goddamn piece is in there except this one. Yeah, okay. It is on there. Thought so. All right, look like right up. If you go straight up from where those little thruster details are, just go straight up at the very top corner of the piece. So, like up there, like right below this ridge.
Oh,
There's
wow.
little tiny like rectangles on either side, and even my 0.0 hook chisel is too big for those. I thought about just sanding them straight off.
Wow.
That's tiny, huh?
That's crazy, man. Holy shit, man. Wow. Yeah, we'll see. I guess you know what? I'll when I prime it, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
they might just get disappeared. You know what? Actually, might be tighter, dude. Is to take a little tiny piece of styrene and cut it to be like maybe a little bit larger than that minuscule effing detail.
Yeah.
Glue it on there and then panel scribe around the outside those little guys. So do like bang, 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 4 of those dudes, and then panel scribe around it to give it that same effect, but like slightly raised as opposed to just being flat. Visual. Oh. All right. Well, it fit in there like it owned it.
Like
it's mine, motherfucker. Oh, and I can see how nicely that's going to sit in there. Oh, daddy likey. But now, how do I glue it in there?
Probably after you paint it, I would say.
Shut up! Without gluing the feet in as well. I think I know how. What I'll do is I will put I guess I could always put a little bit of like oil on the legs.
Oil up those legs?
On the pins, so that the pins don't glue to the styrene component. What are they talking about? Oh, the twin tower. God damn. Yeah, Pabs is priming the twin tower. Good lord. Yeah, throw it straight in the bin. Airliners keep buzzing the house, says Bill. Not exactly. But Condoleezza Rice ain't saying shit. Wasn't she the one that was like all keeping all the stuff on the hush when 9/11 came around?
What was her position at the time? Press secretary?
Like, well, we had these reports, but we were like, nothing. That's nothing. They were wrong.
Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza wrong. Another thing that I was having with the lower leg armor being so long, for that matter, is that this toe guy didn't want to sit in there well, right? I don't know if you have that problem at all, Paul, but
I don't.
The toe.
Oh yeah,
itself,
you kind of gotta like give it a little pressure, yeah.
You like trying to weasel it in there, and it was just. I didn't like it, so I had to make it different. This is where your freaking Gunpla's freedom comes in, wise guys.
Freedom! Sounds like a Mexican dish. Dave Chappelle there.
Oh, yo, guy, that thing is gigundous, man. Yeah, it's like, I think it's like 70 inches tall.
What's that?
The Twin Towers resin kit that Pabs is building.
Is it it's actually...
Yeah, 5-star stories.
Oh, it's okay. I was like, are you building like an actual
you were
model
like,
of the Twin Towers? Like,
no, it's not the World Trade Center. It's I
got you. Yeah.
5
I'm familiar.
Cool.
Those are cool. The kids, I like some of the designs on that.
Yeah,
I've heard
Notorious.
Yeah, I heard they're quite a bit of work. They're not easy. That's my understanding.
Their reputation precedes them.
But they're pretty cool. I can dig it.
Oh shit! There it is.
Where are we going?
Julio's gonna have a big pile of shit in his hands. Bill took a model dookie on Julio. he's about to take a model dookie on Julio. All right, let's get the proper feet over here. Okay, so this has to be super glued down. Right. It's been a second.
All right. It's been a while. Those little thruster details, the ones that you replaced on the shoulder, mine were pretty like gunked in.
Dude, they're poop. They're garbage, right? Same.
Yeah, I'm having to like chisel them back to circular, which is the chisel's not circular, as it were.
Yeah, I just was like, get rid of them. They were inconsistent as well. Like,
Yeah,
some of them looked like kind of like so.
Yeah, the line around them, some of them were way deeper than others.
Yeah, and I just totally nixed it and then added, obviously.
If I had, I don't have any like circular details that are like that size.
So I can have good key lighting, and y'all can see. Here, I'll steal the whole screen.
I could order something that size. So. How big were they? 2 or 3 mil?
These little guys?
Yeah.
It was a. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus on me. It's a gauge of aluminum tube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just cut aluminum tube and sanded it down a little.
They weren't actual
little detail parts.
Yeah, they weren't metal detail. I made my own metal detail parts for that, so it's not really the same.
Did you paint them before you put them in?
No.
What?
No, I drilled it out and I glued them in and I painted off like a boss.
I think you should mask them.
Yeah, no. So the theme of the year has been clean builds for me, so we'll see if this guy makes it out of the wash.
Oh, I'm throwing shit. Because Canadian women are some of the prettiest and kindest souls on earth, Bill. I dated a Canadian girl and she was not kind. I'll not say anything about her looks, or anything negative about her looks, but she was from Quebec.
Quebec. Isn't it? Isn't it Quebec, not Quebec?
Quebec.
All right. Put this guy back down. Let us.
Edward says he thinks you should make thousands of dots to put on it.
We have already done that, my friend. Actually, it would look really cool with a version of the Flecktarn camouflage on it. I can see like parts of the armor, like, you know how it has like this trim around it and stuff like that. So like the back skirt, for example, has that like large trim port around the outside. Mm-hmm. Have that as be like a tan, but then have like inside of that be like the Flecktarn, but like micro Flecktarn unlike the food.
Even like the shoulder kind of has that same style detail, like where this ridge goes around it, painting that a solid color, and then this all is camo.
Yeah, have that be the camo. Right, and the flex armor is just a really easy way to do camouflage. Like, it's so forgiving as long as you don't lay on the color too thick. Because when you lay on the color too thick, you get ridge lines and stuff. That's just common masking philosophy. I think I need to drill that open. Where is this thing? Oh, it's here. Okay.
Make them the shape of Canadian maple leaves. The Dom Canadian front. Where was IBO? Was it Edmonton?
Yeah.
Who the hell picked out Edmonton? Like, where did they get that one from?
There was a reason, if I recall. Edmonton is
Really?
actually prevalent in like Edmonton, Odessa. Where the fucking, there's a few cities around the world that end up repeatedly in Gundam series.
Yeah, but I mean, like, why Edmonton? Like, that's.
I think that it was. I can't remember if it was in OG or if it was in Zeta. But they do stuff goes down in Edmonton. Only know this because of the wonderful folks at Gundam Podcast. If you guys don't listen to Tom and Nina, they good. But you know them. Mobile Suit Breakdown, the Gundam Podcast. If you don't know, well, now you know.
People?
Let's see, Bill. I think that they would say take off Hoser.
I've never not had a great time in Canada. I've heard that. I've never been. Actually, I have been. I've been like just over the.
Over the border.
Same. Yeah. At the falls, but I've never been anywhere else. My wife and I have talked about going to Toronto a couple times. I've heard that's a really cool place.
Yep, I've heard good things about Toronto. I've heard good things about where else? Toronto blank. Ottawa? No. Wouldn't mind going to see the Sens play though. There's good stuff all over. Habs had a good time. Dude, I miss me some poutine. I used to get that when my shop was open. I could get a really good version of poutine down at like a local eatery down there. No more. They would say, "Hi, you might be right there, eh? Oh, come over to my house, sit on my couch."
Do you want to see the inside?
Of course, the majority of my Canadian verbiage and terminology comes from watching Strange Brew with Bob and Doug McKenzie. Or old SCTV from back in the day. I'm all about proving my age tonight. Poutine is deaf life. Yo, poutine. Poutine gang. Curd gang. Curd gang in the house.
Curds.
Yeah. Nice. Yes, Strange Brew. Awesome. Amazing actor in Strange Brew that no one really gives a whole lot of credit. Max von Sydow. He's great.
Too much sanding.
Remember that show where most of the time I just sat and drilled out my glue?
Yeah, that was last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Are we back?
Yeah, you know. Couldn't stay away.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the shoulder being done. It needs a wash and prime
So,
to see if they got any other problems, but I'm done with it. One shoulder down. We're making our way through parts. Making our way through these parts.
we will see how long. Yoga hosers. I have not seen yoga hosers. I have seen it out there, but I have not watched it.
Now this shoulder, all of those little thruster bell parts are way cleaner. Interesting.
One of the better parts of Strange Brew is, well, there's a couple that I want to talk about. First one is when they paint a white stripe on their black lab, and then they feed him a beer and a donut, and he flies to Oktoberfest and scares everyone away from drinking the mind control beer because he's a giant skunk. Weird. I think the joke behind that that's unwritten is that the dog smells so bad that people think it's a skunk. I don't know if you guys have ever met a bad smelling dog. They exist.
Yep.
I don't know. The other one is when Rick Moranis drinks the entire 500 gallons of beer in the beer storage thing to save them, and and is basically a tiny little head on a gigantic body at the end of the flick. It's pretty decent. What was one? Oh, they get some milk out of a vending machine in the brewery, but it's expired by a long time. Oh man. I'm just talking movies again.
What do we got? We said Julio says he can't fuck with Putin no more.
No, Julio can't because Julio don't got no carbs in his diet.
Yeah. Man, you just eat the cheese. Only.
There you go. But that's why you get it with chicken.
Curds.
Get it with chicken. chicken and curds. Oh shit. And don't drop glue on yourself.
No gravy though. Gravy's a no-go.
No gravy.
No, gravy's got carbs in it. It's got starch.
Oh, yeah, it's got wheat.
Oh, shit. Dropping stuff.
I blame you, Paul Kachu. All right, either these are going to work out well or it's going to fuse forever, and I'm going to fuck it all up.
Yeah, this shoulder is on a lot better shape than the other shoulder. Oh, interesting. Yeah, boy. All right. So that one worked. Look at there. What do you do here? Do I want to do that now or do that later? Which do I want to glue? Which side do I want to glue here? like gluing that is a better idea than gluing that.
What the? Oh, same thing. Okay. Got spooked for just a fucking second. Alright. Fuck out of there,
Get out of here.
guy. Fuck out of here, guy.
What's up, Craig?
Lindberger? Or hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig. What's poppin'?
I haven't seen Flynn in a while, actually.
I see him occasionally.
I haven't talked to that man in a bit.
I see him over in TA. Quite a bit. Yeah, I used to hang out in the Alex Discord. Alex Discord's been a little bit quiet lately.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm like popping all sorts of shit apart here.
Hopefully I don't regret that. Side. I'll do the same thing on just other side. This is the one I broke. Yeah, yep. Broken. Oh.
Broken.
What do I want to do here?
See, why were you being such a mother?
Huh?
This thing was just like the back of the foot wouldn't release out of the. I mean, I know that's going to be a good hold on it when we get there, but it was just being a butt face, and the back of the foot would come out of my little stirrup in there. So now we got them both.
If I don't glue this now, and I assemble this kit, and I see it, I'm going to be pissed.
Sounds like that's your problem.
Yeah. That, like I guess it's not armor, but like the round piece of the shoulder part that this piece. It's two pieces sandwiched.
Oh yeah.
Whether to glue that together or not.
Yeah, there's so much. There's a fair amount of surface prep. So gonna end up doing a prime here eventually.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go and cry in the shower.
Decisions.
That good, huh? Yeah, so many parts that I have on here have just like edge detail, like on the flat surface on the end. I'm gonna have to go through and like rechase everything down.
Yep.
For mold separation lines.
Yep. To glue or not to glue? Do. I'm going to be pissed if this ends up a seam line, so I'm going to glue it. Fuck it.
What ends up being a seam line? Oh, that.
Yeah, if you're going to see it. I guess I could put the shoulder together, right? That'd be a good idea.
You do, honestly.
I think I'm going to see it. You actually do see it. Yeah, you see
it. Yeah, you do see it. It's right on the outside. Right in the open. all up in your face.
It's getting glued. 3, 2, 1, glue.
That's not a bad idea. Kind of tempted to glue these toes on.
I'm gonna glue them after paint.
I know it's already gonna be such a complicated thing to paint. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm just gonna glue the peg and
never move it again.
Nope.
Where's my little weird little spongos?
Glued. Try not to break anything. Use the old nail separator.
Mm-hmm.
The nail part separator.
Nice quality.
Not available at Hobbylink Japan.
Oh shit. What?
Go. Glue time.
He says, what am I up to? What do you think I'm doing, Z? Oh, son of a bitch.
All right. Who can't live without reggaeton?
Reggaeton, huh? Oh yeah, we're gonna have a sand fest on this one. Boy, oh boy.
What are these people talking about? Keto?
Hosting the live stream you're in the chat of.
Alright, that and that are good. Make sure you tighten the glue and don't put it in the drawer without the cap. Bad idea. Highly recommend not doing it.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna have days of swine and roses painting, sanding this shit. Oy, oy, oy. Maybe I'll use my brand new Chris Pabs branded sanding sticks. Sanding backers.
Pabs
Yeah.
has your back.
Oh man, Pabs in his bar spitting. Watch it. Pabs be spitting bars like he's eating a piano. That don't make any sense. Pabs be spitting bars like, I don't know. Chat?
What you got?
What you got? Because I ain't got nothing.
Pretty happy with this bit.
Uh-oh. Is this one this one? Or is this one I have to break? Put back together. Ooh, yikes. Gotta break and put that one back together.
Hmm?
Very disappointed. This one popped, and then when I fixed it, I fixed it wrong.
What's that?
The toe.
Oh,
That's alright, I can re-pop it.
pop them toes.
Yep.
I think I'm happy with that one. Fit. I think I'm happy.
Alright. Yeah, good thing I did a terrible job putting that together, huh? Sing some Clapton for his past. It feels like I gotta sneeze. I hate that feeling.
Look at the light.
Impending sneeze. Carol-Ann! Carol-Ann! Anyone? 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 I want some Harry Belafonte. Someone call Winona Ryder up for us. Whoa, you didn't say you wanted some like casual shoplifting. All right. We're back in business. Meats back on the menu.
You had to say it, didn't you? Didn't you have to say it? A little resin dust up the nose. Mm?
What Paul didn't know was that I'm a wizard. I made him sneeze on purpose. I'm not a wizard. Regardless of what John Lynn says, I'm not a wizard. I don't need anybody coming to my house trying to dissect my brain and figure out my wizarding skills.
Thank you.
Would you get a bless?
Yeah.
You got a salute?
Appreciate it.
Salute. All right, cool. That will be much, much better.
Right.
Should probably scrub the line of
That
too.
one. Somewhat happy with. Oh yes, I forgot about that. You have like almost no. Curse you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Jump in the line. Hey, Ronan got me. Poltergeist. Well done. With my Carol-Ann comment. Go towards the light. Carol-Ann. That's actually a series I haven't watched in a while.
I've never watched it.
Could you imagine how much more fucked up Poltergeist would be if H.R. Giger made more than just the handful of things that he made for those movies? Poltergeist. He had more of a hand in Poltergeist 2 than 1. But... You know, like the part in 2 with the tequila worm and all of that? That's all Giger. Who'd have thought Giger would come up with a part where the guy ingests a worm and then it mutates out his body and goes crazy? Totally not like him at all. Xenomorphs, excuse me. Is it Caroline? Isn't it Caroline? Yeah, not Carol Ann, but I dig what you're saying. Even though she's a golden calculator to divide the time it takes to look inside and realize that real guys go for real down to Moss girls. Wow. I know you like that thing. Y'all shit don't stink. I haven't listened to that album in a while, but obviously I did used to listen to it quite a bit. When I get closer, see that roses really smell like poo. Yeah. Actually, that should go there. And this one should go here. It's a new series coming out that has a name that reminds me of Giger. Is it frickin' Lovecraft Country? The show? It's coming out that I'm super stoked on that. But that's gonna be rad. I loves me some cosmic horror. If you guys haven't seen Colored Out of Darkness and you like yourself some Nick Cage, you gotta watch that one. That is a good one. Are you familiar with that one by chance, Mr. Paul?
No, so I am not a fan of horror movies.
It is not exactly horror per se.
I
It
like
is really kind of
movies,
like,
but like supernatural horror is not my thing.
Okay. Yeah. I'll tell you the premise of it real quick, and you can decide if you want to see it or not. Basically, guy got a family situation. Meteor crashes outside the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And weird stuff happens. Yep. It isn't like horror, scary horror, or even like.
I'm fine. I don't mind supernatural, and I don't mind I like sci-fi and stuff like that. I don't like traditional horror, like pop out. Ooh,
Nope, not that. It ain't that at all. It's weird and visually stunning and wild.
No, I would give it a shot.
And Nick Cage being wild.
I mean, that's him, right? Like,
nice.
It's over the top.
In that movie, we're just crazy. Yeah, he actually is about just enough crazy, because it isn't like really, really over the top. I didn't see Mandy. Was Mandy really over the top? I almost watched that the other day. That one's like Nick Cage and his lady are out, and they get attacked by like a weird hippie cult, like a hippie Satanist cult. Weird.
That line is now deep enough. Where's the other one? working on the forearm, one of the panel line that runs basically through the middle of it.
What about the 3-arm?
Really shallow.
What about the 2-arm and the 1-arm? You're just going to neglect those?
Yeah, I don't care about those.
Like,
it's all about the force.
4-arm for life.
Not a fan of horror movies. Give me vampire. I like vampire and werewolf movies. It's not. I don't like the like. I'm not afraid of horror movies. So that whole like pop out. Or, just
jump scares are.
There's some that I like, especially like older. Obviously I like The Shining. The Omen. Like some of those are pretty interesting, but just in general, horror movies are not my thing.
Milk was a bad choice. Yeah. To each their own.
Yeah, good. I got like a good vampire movie or a werewolf movie. I'm in on that.
Won't be. I watch so much stuff now that I'm on forced leave.
Mm-hmm. We'll go ahead and give her consent for them to remake that trilogy to actually be a trilogy. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I liked Interview with a Vampire. I thought that was a good movie, but
yeah, Interview was Vampire Lestat was not anywhere close to as amazing as the book was, and the same with Queen of the Damned. Queen of the Damned was just like, been so much better.
Yeah, they went a kind of a weird route with that one.
Kind of. Let's lean really, really hard into the musical band aspect of it, or the musical like group aspect of the story. And
you would think with like the popularity of what's the other one that the vampire
Twilight,
right, and just some other things that your Harry Potters, your just series that are movies that are made on like long series of books, or that they would have tapped that resource already, but
tap the resource.
Just hasn't been. Honestly, I think I'd rather see it as a show now than movies.
Yeah, shows tend to be actually a lot better these days.
Yeah, I think they would ruin it if it was a movie.
Potentially.
Back to the Future 4 when Michael J. Fox arrives in 2020 and fucking leaves right away.
Marty McFly could just travel to New York in when was it, 2007? Yeah, and then go to the loft building that I lived in where Christopher Lloyd was like doing yayo at one of the parties the hall. Just randomly stopped in.
All right, I'm happy with that arm.
The old New York.
Arm 1. Do. Oh, I never noticed that. Remember how I told you I had to clip? I forgot to put the polycap in, and I was trying to like clip the pegs. Well, on the one I did not clip the pegs on, it doesn't fit because the pegs are too long. Like the armor doesn't fit over the outside of it.
Oh shit.
Very good. I don't think it'll be that hard to trim them up here a little bit, but
all right, let's see how my 2mm risers look in there. KotoKai. Yeah, so typical form, I have made the model larger.
Hmm.
Wouldn't be right if I didn't. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh, that's just that part.
Event Horizon, freaking awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I like Event Horizon. That's good. That's like, I know it's horror, but like.
Liberate tu de me, ex inferis. Oh. Oh, I did fuck that up because that was the one that was being glued? Is that right? No. This is one that wasn't being glued and it broke. Great.
Wonderful.
If only I know where the part that... There it is. Okay, don't break the part that popped off. Oh. I'm good at that. Boy, howdy. Oh, dude, yeah. Army of Darkness. Good stuff. I mean, that was Evil Dead's, you know, coup de grace in a way. This is my boomstick. Woo. Shop smart. Shop smart. Fucking easy. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh.
Whoa, Briscoe County, holy cow. That's an old one. Oh, right. Yeah, 28th is looks tight. Oh, nice. Go, Bill. Head for the hills. What? You're free. You're a free man. Oh yeah, Devil's Rejects. I didn't see there was a new one that Zombie came out with recently. It was like number 31 or something along those lines.
Yeah, I've seen Devil's Rejects and
House of a Thousand.
House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good. I like those. Have any of you guys seen The Witch? No.
No, I have not seen it. That's the witch with the V, right? The Vitch.
I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, it's about a witch.
What?
Yeah, believe it or not. It also has a goat in it as well, I believe, which is actually kind of like the star of the show. Was the goat Black Thomas or something along those lines? I can't remember exactly. Mind you, I have never seen the movie. I just absorb all of the useless information in the world and store it in my brain for the rest of my life. All right. I want to reassemble this real quick and see how sexy it looks now that I've got these new ankles. I want to say, ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Gretel and Hansel looks interesting.
Oh, that's fun. There was a really old one that a version of Snow White that has Sigourney Weaver in it, where she plays the witch. It is awesome. Or like what is it? Mr. Frost with Jeff Goldblum, who plays the devil, but his main thing that he loves to do is bake. And like, really, yeah, it's such a crazy. I love Jeff Goldblum, but it's such a good film. Yeah, and he does like that's his thing. Like he's the devil, right? And he bakes for fun because he loves the creation aspect of it or anything. But he doesn't eat, so he just bakes these wonderful things and throws them straight into the trash, like literally straight into the bin. Pulls out like the most beautiful souffle you've ever seen in your life, straight in the bin. It's dark. I'm dark. It's dark. All right. Yo, Paul, I might have to recommend that you do what I did, man.
Extend the ankles.
It's got a presence.
I'm open to it. I think I have some 1 mil plot plate too. So
because it's easy.
Yeah, I'm not against it. And I didn't glue anything that can't be.
Yeah, you haven't gone too far.
No, yeah, that would make it difficult at all. So it's doable. I want to put the leg together again and take a look at it after you said that.
Together again.
I remember, like I think we were talking about it before we started the stream, but when we first assembled everything, I remember trying to get kind of like a wide stance on it, and I couldn't get his feet to like lay flush with the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's super unhappy. I am going to swap my camera over, and then I'll share my screen if all can see what we got going on. I think we were pretty good. Let's see. I want it to be lower. There we go. It'll work. You can see my phone covered in dust. Look at that presence. Look at that presence. Oh, yeah, full screen. Sorry. Yeah, The Wiz was definitely creepy for a kid's movie, but Rick Baker also did the effects for it, so what do you expect? Or no, I'm sorry, Stan Winston. Sorry, Stan Winston did the effects, not Rick Baker. Oh, and the guy that I couldn't think of the other day was Steve fucking Johnson. That's literally how he calls himself, Steve fucking Johnson. But yeah, you can see here that there's plenty of distance on the top between the this here. Right? It doesn't look like it, but compared to what was in here before, it is worlds of room comparatively. And then you can see here, obviously, the steady dumper is looking nice. This front,
very nice, very nice.
Oh. But yeah, it's got good stability. It can widen the stance a little bit. I can throw my files all over my desk as well. Yeah, alcohol. Yeah. But yeah, definitely the width. I mean, you can see a little poke out of the ankle here. It almost makes me think that I can put those boosters back in from the original Dom. You know, the ones that we eliminated.
Oh, right, yeah.
They like plug into the back of the calf.
Because you might have enough clearance now.
Yeah, because you couldn't see them. What was that, Citizen Act? Come on now. Explosion in a playground. A handful of blocks from my house. Wonderful.
Like a block away from my house this morning, or yesterday evening and this morning, they found like 30 pipe bombs.
What the thing? Why?
I have no idea. I mean,
what on earth? Yeah, this was a block and a half down that away. So a block and a half this way, and then like 2 blocks that way. Real close. Like a block away from the grocery store. Andy, look at that. Mr. Andy customizing on his Zaku.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like this. I'm thinking this is a great mod, and I'm going to recommend that anybody that builds this kit does this, at least in some small form, to try and enhance the ankles. I mean, obviously, I also recommend doing the arm up, buddy. Doing this mod in here, where you add the styrene plate to the side hub, pop it off. I'll get a tool and I'll pop this one off on this side. Sucker.
I got those to fit pretty damn good.
You did? I didn't like how shallow they were, because the resin ones don't have the same depth as these ones do, and I find that I just like the way that, personally, I like the way that looks. So for me, it's a win. All right. This thing that's not going to stay on there. That toe is not going to stay on there.
Immensely better.
Not until I glue it.
After you paint it.
All right, so things that I'm missing. I haven't done the backpack. And I started working on the sniper, cleaning up some of the nubs and the seams and the mess that is this very weird plastic. Very weird. But that's cool.
Where's that? I'm sorry.
The gun, the sniper for it. I started cleaning up the seams and all the mold lines, because it's just a fucking litany of mold lines. And started getting that thing rounded out. Oh look, oops! I cut 2 plates to use as my extra plates. Into the bin. I'll stop stealing the show here.
Into the garbage chute, Flyboy.
That's tight though. Like, I'm into this. Me Reiki. Yeah, right, Jay? That shit looks good. I wonder if I can. What happens if I turn the toes in? Turn the toes.
Pigeon toe them.
Nah, it just ends up looking like an awkward kid from the 90s. All right. Yeah. Super chonk, but yeah, got that thick tail. I was thinking about this. I don't know how I'm going to handle it. Let's just knock those off of there, because one's going to stay fine. This one doesn't want to stay. Do I want to continue with this line being so long this direction? Or do I want to take and shave this back on a bias to create a different line here? And then that would obviously move the scribe line up. But because it's so much... back up. Here we go. Yeah. Because there's so much material down here. Right? It's like this is where the old line was right here, and I added, a good 3/8 half inch. I have a ruler here somewhere. Ruler. Homemade ruler guy. Yeah, I added, 7/16 of a putty on the back here, and I thought maybe taking that line on a 45 and cutting it back so that it wasn't so how do I want to describe this? Dumpy? There you go. Because right now what you get is it gets this like over some more on the camera. You are in the way, Dom. Because right now I get this real like waterfall effect down. Like it's smooth, but it just looks like, kind of mud buddy on the back of the kit. Oh, there goes the visor. That's going to be a fun thing to fix off camera. The visor.
Oh, the whole head, dude. Oh, I worked on that a little bit. I got it to get in there.
I ain't do shit.
Hold on, I'll pull that out in a second.
Yeah, you can see here that this kind of does hang a little bit low on the back. I don't know if I want to like make it so that it's like not quite as deep in there. You know, I'm not 100% sure. That new Simpro axe would fit the model perfectly. Guy, you are right. I am going to have to get a hold of my man over there at Simpro and see if I can get my hands on one. Actually, I bet Adam, I'll sell him. I can get one from Adam. He is my sponsor.
Let me see here.
Oh, dude, yeah, you're absolutely right, guy. The height is. I find like the height on these models is often off.
Yeah, I got my shield in, or the.
Oh, you got your visor in?
They got the visor in.
Shut the front door.
I don't know how the hell, like, what I'm gonna do, because I can't. No matter which way you put it in, it's really tight.
Mm-hmm.
So if I
have to
this
make it
and
smaller.
then trying to squeeze it in, it is gonna scratch the shit out of whatever I do.
Oh, scratch the shit out of the paint.
Yeah.
So wow, that sucks.
And I gotta polish the hell out of it because it's all scratched up. But
yeah,
that's why you're actually seeing so much glare off of it. Is because it's.
That's why we can see that it's there. It doesn't look like nothing.
Yeah, I think I put it in from the inside. Yes. Which is another.
Jeff says mod, fill me in. Oh, Jeff, you're on YouTube now. So what I did, Jeff, I even just did it today. I added 2 millimeters to the ankles. So I can probably just pop the feet off of this now. We're nearing the end of the show. This will sit in the box until I work on it again. Visor, stay. Come, footy. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Foot's like giving me the finger. Put this way. Toe fell off. That's a plus, I guess. All right, let me go in with the magic tool. There we go, right in front of my damn face. Please try to pay attention. There we go. Just needed a little bit of a kiss. So your standard base, Jeff, is just this part of the stock kit, the frame that plugs into the foot, the foot, like normal. But what I was noticing there's a lot of interference with this like reactor on the side, nuclear reactor, and then with the toe details and even this detail here on the back. So what I did was I mapped this out on a piece of 1 millimeter styrene like this. This was a blank. So I mapped that out until it fit. I doubled it, and then I quadrupled it. I made 4 and stacked those up as 2 double units and glued those down inside the foot. So this actually gives the pegged lines here a really firm footing to grab onto, and it jacks up the height. I said 2 mils. So you get more expressiveness out of the feet. And they don't have collision as much as you would normally have. So that's one of the mods on the model. Obviously, I junked the trunk back here because it was sad. It was sad and flat.
Flat booty Judy.
Yep. Ain't nobody like that. Yeah, so Isa. Hi. Standing like the president right now. Like it does know how to balance. There we go. Better. Yeah, it's obviously less effective because it's just water, is he?
Making elevator shoes.
Kind of. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't platform the shoes, I platformed the ankles. So elevator ankles. But that's actually pretty common for me to do as a mod, to extend the ankles or extend the neck or something along those lines. Yeah, getting there.
Yeah, I just got, let's see what I have left. The chest and the head, the backpack, and the weapons pretty much are like the, and then I'm ready to do like a clean and a prime and just check where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly. I too have the backpack to do, and then a bunch of other things. I got to go do basically a one-over check on the whole model. There's some spots I gotta fill.
I got to do like a little, I'm sure I have a little sanding here or there to do.
Checking.
I got the head, I think, is like the biggest challenge left. I don't quite know how I want to.
I feel pretty confident with it. I think that what I'm going to probably end up doing, Paul, is that I will, I'll assemble it ahead of time with the visor in there and the head paint black. So I'll paint the inside of the head black and I'll install the visor glued in somehow without fucking it up and or popped in, right? And then just mask it off very carefully and very deliberately.
The whole head's got to be pretty much glued together.
Yeah, because there's no way around that, especially with the seam on the front.
Yeah, it's a pretty hideous.
It is an egregious
look
seam where this part connects to the body of the head. So that is one.
Luckily, what I'm gonna have to do is like tack this together, tape it together, and see if I can get the visor in there without anything else, like as the first piece that goes in, because I don't know if it's gonna fit.
Yeah, with all the other mechanics in there or whatever.
Even without it, like, because you can take this, the eye, hold on, let me pop this. If the eye can go in last, that's not a big deal. So this is, come on, go together. It's pretty tight up in there, like on these edges.
Right. How do you even get that up in the back without?
Yeah. It might be easier to like jimmy it in from the front a little bit and then tape it, mask it off.
I don't know about that. We're gonna have to see.
It's in there so tight that like I don't need glue. This thing like you'd have to really force it to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just paint the inside black behind it or whatever, and then weasel it in place, and then paint around it with like black on the edge, so you don't see the resin through the.
I got to do a little more work. The visor is pretty cut down, but the surround around that eye still needs a little work. If the inside of it's not molded very cleanly.
Let's see. Let's see. Shop by category, shop by model, shop by. Shop by. Ooh, is it under models or is it?
Like I said, I got to polish the visor out again.
Oh no, there it is. I literally looked right at it the last second. I switched over.
Yeah, there's no way you're squeezing it in from the front either.
Oh, you Goomba. Okay. I'm currently, if you guys don't know what I'm doing, I'm looking for resin weapons on the USA Gundam Store website right now. Cool stuff. They got some good guns and stuff like that, but they don't have the giant halberd, which is legit. But yeah, that's a good one to keep my ear to the ground and my eye to the sky, which is difficult to do at best. Find out about that. Yeah, there you go. Pabby says, got a week. I'm into it.
Man, I don't know if this is gonna.
I'm gonna swap the camera back over to my shining, smiling face.
I don't know if this is gonna go in that way.
Because we are at the witching hour, my friends. Stop looking at your phone, Brian. Z, stop sending me shit, and I'll stop looking at my phone. This fucking guy. Let's see. ISO 91. Can't you guys literally, can you not use denatured alcohol? What's wrong with using denatured alcohol? Okay, it's 100% alcohol. It's not 91% alcohol. Then put a drop of water in it. There's your 91% alcohol. It just means you can't drink it. It's the only difference. It's just like...
Well, it's advised you don't.
No, they put poison in it. It will kill you. Or will it'll make you horrifically sick first, and then it might kill you. Let's see. Order a couple. Oh yeah, if it's for the PG, nice as a replacement heat hawk for the Zaku. I can dig that. The heat hawks are often underwhelming.
That's
built one
very underwhelming. Isn't the I don't remember if the master grade's that way too. Is it just one piece?
The heat hawks, yeah, they're just like a one piece, and it's sad. It's small. Yeah. It's more like a heat hatchet than a heat hawk. That's what I call it. Heat hatchet. Get the fuck out of here. I want a heat war axe. Let's get a heat bearded axe. Actually, that's what I built. So denatured is more expensive out in Canada, says Mr. Jeff. Right, but you can get it here in the States still, where you can't get 91 ISO. That's why I say that. Oh no.
There we go. Sorry.
No, it's fine. We saw Paul's program. There you go. We leaked it. Paul's mixing program is leaked.
I haven't even used that one in a while. That was when we used to use Hangouts. I have to delete that.
Oh, dude. Back in the day. Man, I was so panicked when they pulled Hangouts from under us. Like, yoink! Try it now, suckers!
Still haven't replaced it with anything worth a damn.
Yeah, no, they said they were going to replace it, last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or early this year, one of the two. Can't remember which. It was supposed to be replaced quicker than it has been. So that's fine. I prefer StreamYard now anyways. I like the way it works. And you can get, I think, up to 10 people in now if you have like so many people to pull onto your stream. But I believe, Z, I'm going to look at my phone. Don't get mad. Yeah, it doesn't look like Tex is on, but I am fucking exhausted. I've been dealing with a cat that had major surgery a day ago, and yeah. Easy madness. Look at Paul's luxurious mane. Yeah, brightness in your eyes.
This is quarantine hair, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about sitting in the barber shop and having someone too close to my face.
Mine is, I was actually thinking about cutting mine earlier because it's getting a little bit long on the sides. I can kind of like style that a little bit. So take that back down to 1/4 inch. It's like, yeah. But yeah, that basically wraps up the show for tonight. Glad to see you guys coming around, hanging out. It was wonderful to have all of you fine, fabulous people out there in the chat, picking on us and joking around with us, having a good time. Feel like we did a pretty good job kind of wrapping things up, Paul, wouldn't you say? On the models, getting things rounded out.
I think we'll probably be fully assembled by,
maybe next go around.
Yeah, 2 more weeks maybe, and then we'll be looking at. I think when we get to the painting part, obviously we're probably not going to paint in front of you guys.
Not going to
probably more like a second thing where we like go over what we did and whatever else we got going on the side.
Absolutely, we'll move on to a different project here sooner or later. We have plenty of projects to work on. Something active that's more exciting than like the little minutia's. Unless we come across anything fantabulous where we're like, oh my god, I want to show this mod to you guys. Here's what's going on. But yeah, we'll absolutely do the reviews and stuff as we continue to finish this out. As I stutter 1,000 times, I guess I don't know why. But yeah, click the like button if you guys are subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Do greatly appreciate it. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps out. Add a like, and I don't know if there's reviews or anything like that, but you can comment, and it definitely helps the channel out and helps it grow. Because right now, this is the only thing that I got going on, baby. So making models and hanging out with you guys. There's going to be a lot going on this week. Tentatively, there may be a mechanism tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. I know that the Critic Walls review episode number 4, I think it is. Yeah, episode 4 is this coming Saturday. So tune in on Chris Pab's channel. That is going to be 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, that's over on R3D5UNZ, Chris Pabs' YouTube channel. And there's a link in the bios and stuff like that for that stuff. It's coming up too. We're going to be promoting it. And yeah, rounded out with season 1. It's going to be fun. So come on through and check that out. And once again, I want to say thank you. As I've talked a bunch, Paul, would you like to say anything?
No, you guys just have a good weekend. Appreciate you guys hanging out and being active in the chat and goofing off with us.
Yeah, having a good time, right?
In the sand.
Such a good time. Awesome.
I mean, it's sanding or it's cleaning out our glue bottles. You know, it's exciting stuff. It's state of the art.
Lots of that. Much less glue drilling this time. So glad. All right, chat's fine. All right. Cool. Thank you guys. We'll see you again next week. Should be back. Shouldn't be an issue. And if anything comes up, I'll try and promote it and let you know that something has changed. Unlike last week where it was like, surprise, motherfuckers. So thanks again. And we'll see you guys next time.
Later, guys.
Bye.